The Glasgow subway is an underground light rapid transit line in Glasgow, Scotland. Opened on 14th of December 1896, it is the third oldest underground metro system in the world, after the London Underground and the Budapest Metro. It is also one of the very few railways in the world with a track running gauge of 4 feet. Formerly a cable railway, the subway was later electrified, but its 2 circular tracks were never expanded. The subway runs from 6:30 to 23:40 Monday to Saturday and 10 to 18:12 on Sunday. The subway system was constructed as one large circular loop almost 6.5 miles long and extends both north and south of the River Clyde. The tracks have the unusual narrow gauge of 4 feet at a nominal tunnel diameter of 11 feet. The rolling stock is considerably smaller. The system is described as 2 lines, the outer circle and inner circle, but this simply refers to the double track having trains running clockwise and anti-clockwise respectively around the same route, although in separate tunnels. The subway's running lines are entirely underground. Prior to modernization, trains used to be lifted by crane onto and off the tracks. Before the 1977 to 1980 modernization, the stations had a distinctive earthy odor. The trains, mostly dating back to 1896, were always formed with 2 carriages, the front motor carriage with red leather seats and the rear trailer carriage with brown leather seats. By the 1970s, the stations were very dilapidated. Stations were marked with circular signs often attached to lampposts. No station had an escalator, Kelvin Bridge had a lift. Each station had a ticket office. Glasgow's Museum of Transport had an area dedicated to the subway with models showing the operation of the clutch and cable system, as well as a full-scale replica of part of a subway station, complete with different rolling stock of the pre-modernization era. In August 1977, all redundant fittings and equipment from the old system were sold at a public sale at Broomloan Works during the 1977 to 1980 modernization. Heavier track was installed, although still at the unique 4 feet gauge. The original Broomloan depot was modernized and equipped with connecting tracks with points to replace the crane transfer, and a new electrical supply from Westinghouse Electric Corporation was installed. A new ticketing system provided by Croze with passenger-operated ticket vending machines and automatic turnstile barriers replaced the old perforated cinema-style tickets and conductors. The post-1980 yellow tickets have since been replaced by a newer system, issuing magnetic stripe card tickets. The modernized system uses automatic train operation. The line was formally reopened by Queen Elizabeth II on the 1st of November 1979. However, rebuilding work was still incomplete and the line did not reopen to passengers until 16th of April 1980. 33 new carriages were built by Metro Camel at its Washwood Heath works in Birmingham and equipped with GEC electric motors. The exterior design of the trains was carried out in partnership with Glasgow School of Art, which according to SPT publicity films of the day was largely responsible for the train's cute appearance. 8 additional center trailer carriages were built in 1992, making all trains 3 carriages long. A new corporate identity was introduced, with trains painting bright orange, stations largely rebuilt with dark brown bricks, orange-yellow wall tiles and other surfaces in off-white plus brown uniforms for the staff. The train's initial orange livery of 1980 with a white stripe was soon replaced by a darker, more durable shade of orange, later being replaced by SPT's carmine red and cream livery. The Glasgow subway system is the only metro system never to have been expanded from its original route in 121 years. In early 2005, SPT announced that they would employ consultants to look into extending the system in the West End, East End, South Side and Glasgow Harbour areas of the city. The plans were expected to take 12 years but never came to fruition. New electronic destination signs were installed in the stations in 2008. The Partick Station modernization project was completed in 2009 and resulted in a complete redevelopment at the station, which hosts a railway station, a subway station and a bus terminal on the outside. In March 2016, Strathclyde Partnership for Transport (SPT) awarded contracts to Stadler and Ansaldo STS for the supply of 70 new trains for the subway. The first of the new trains is expected from 2020. In April 2010, Strathclyde Partnership for Transport approved outline plans for a £219 million upgrade of the subway, the first since the comprehensive modernisation of the late 1970s. The proposals were approved by the Scottish Government in March 2011, and changes to be brought in include integrated smart car ticketing, new driverless trains, improved signalling with automation, refurbishing all subway stations including making stations more accessible as well as safer with platform screen doors. The first station to be modernized was Hillhead. This began in 2011 and finished in 2012. The modernization of the station included the retiling of all the walls and floors, the replacement of escalators, a new ticket office, better wayfinding and also a piece of public art. Further plans were announced to modernize Ibrox and Kelvin Hall stations before the 2014 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. Furthermore, all other stations were planned to receive updated branding prior to modernization work being carried out on them so as to achieve unity in design. Modernization measures include additional safety measures, improved accessibility access, and the use of smart technologies such as electronic tickets. Before the modernization, the subway offered no formal connections to other transport at the ground level, although in practice two stations, Merkland Street and Buchanan Street, were only a short walk from British Rail stations. A ticket on the Glasgow subway, unlike many other underground systems, does not use a distance-based fare structure. A ticket allows passengers to stay on the underground for as long as they like. With the introduction of smart car technology known as Rainbow, there is a two-tier fare structure. There is a single fare option, with adult plastic smart car fares being over 10% cheaper than disposable paper tickets. Smart cars have a daily cap which is cheaper than the disposable return ticket and significantly cheaper than the disposable all-day ticket. A smart card is required for any form of season ticket. Total number of lines is 1. Total number of stations is 15. Annual ridership is 13.1 million in 2018-2019. The system length is 6.5 miles. Daily ridership is 35,890 of passengers.